So we have a new raid again, Shamblo here. So this is a mobile armor that possesses high beam resistance. So when you guys are building like how to go about this, you probably want to use things that are a little bit more projectile as far as their damage output. So your Zakus are going to be pretty perfect about this overrun, which we'll go over the team in just a little bit. Let's kind of talk about the achievement we are able to get. 3,000 diamonds, kind of as expected for these types of stuff. I already have completed some of my achievement already, so you guys are not seeing the full list of it right now. There is also like a side reward as well. This is pertaining to how much metals you are able to collect. We are able to get a good amount of the capital, the coins, and then we are able to get the SR version of Quest Playa. She's not going to be anything too spectacular, but for the collection purposes, it's not too bad. Besides that, there are also going to be event bonus, so this is pertaining to be able to get more, I guess the equipment itself. No, not the equipment, the coins. The event coins. So this has nothing to do with getting more equipments out of this right here. It's simply you are able to get more coins. What you are able to do with the coins is you are able to exchange for a lot of goodies. I think the first and foremost I think people should focus on is definitely the ER custom ticket. This right here we are able to exchange for a total of 1210, so that is enough to do I want to say a one custom level 10 leveling up, or you can save that into distribute that to your other URs that you feel like you need to upgrade, which I feel like that is the better choice, because eventually global will have more stages where we can effortlessly form these UR custom tickets. I think right now we just at a point where we don't have that yet, so I do hope that sooner or later we will get those stages added on. I really don't know when, so that's the unfortunate factor. Do not buy this one because this one is pretty much a scam. You don't know, this is not guaranteed to have two special abilities, so you might buy this and you only get just this equipment but not any sub effects, so do not buy this. This is way too expensive and this is a scam for sure. Other than that, I feel like a lot of people definitely are concerned about coins. Definitely do buy coins. I think these two, depending on your resources, these could be your last. So first this, then second coins, and then third this, and this one do not touch it. Alright, so let's kind of go over the team setup that I have. I actually have built two teams for myself. We will actually just do kind of just start my own, and then we will go from there. So as far as how this is gonna work, we will need to pick a Zaku friend or anything Zaku. This Zaku works, the OG from the Gundam. This one works. But the more preferable choice is actually picking these. It depends what you have. I'm picking the Zaku one from the origin because I don't have this one in my squad. But let's say you don't have any other. For example, you pick whichever one you're liking in your squad and you add it to your SD team composition. But if you want more boosting, definitely go for this one because this one does give Zaku type what is it, damage increase, so that's gonna be really nice. So I will just pick this one for the example and kind of talk about the team that I'm using. So that's going to be the first setup that we'll be using. So this is primarily using projectile damage dealing. We have this Zaku to the origin. This one not only deals physical damage, also does lower the enemy projectile damage taken. So that's actually pretty good. Reduces speed, so that could also work as well. Pretty much a projectile damage type. This one is the one that we looked at not too long ago. This one is stuns. This one is all projectile as well, so pretty good. And we have this one obviously just buffing, and then we have this. So the other setup are just kind of bench. Obviously, for this stage specifically, I would definitely say victory is not going to be good. Obviously, not even type advantage. Doing beam, so this may not be the best setup. Hama is just pretty much there as a red element filler, definitely. But I think this should be fine. I'm not bringing a healer in this team because I am pretty confident that we should be fine. As far as how much I'm doing boost reward, let's just do 3 times because we wanna run them by as fast as possible. So let's hop in now. Alright, so we are in. We have the Shamblo right there. A green element as far as the enemy typing, so that's gonna be the setup. I'm just gonna be doing auto deployment because it doesn't really matter. Let's kind of give you guys a 2 times speed. I think that should be good enough. Let's kind of put our main focus on, I don't know, the Orden Shores Zaku too. So pretty much just gonna be doing a lot of machine gun action. This enemy, the Shamblo, actually stunned us as well. That is crazy. Yeah, right there, we just got stunned. So far as the who's doing the most damage in this team? Oh, we have this one. This one's not bad right now because I do have it at Transcendent level 3, so it's actually doing a lot more than I expected originally. So that is pretty good. We are taking some damage, so I really don't know if I can finish this in one round. But what I'm gonna do once we do hit the halfway point, I am gonna do the SOS because at that point in time, I will, I hit triple S for this one, so I have maximized my reward. So all I need is to come in first place as far as dealing them more damage. So I feel like at this point in time, I can just hit SOS, so we can start getting people trickling in. So we know that we can finish this as soon as possible. That is if anyone does join, right? But bringing a healer definitely would be very beneficial because during the stun phase, we are taking dot damage as well, just AoE damage. So that's not fun. Yeah, right there, we taking a lot of damage. Yep. So I feel like a little bit of a survivability, having a healer definitely helps. Bringing like your gems, if you guys do have that, like the SR gem, or you can bring your new Gundam, like the new shiny toys. But popping out the EX skill at no investment at all is pretty bad. I always have to say, I tested it myself. It's not the best thing possible. We will just have to come back around. Kind of sad. I was certain we were gonna finish it, but we did not. So I'm gonna run it back, and then we will be able to see the reward afterwards. Alright, so we are back because I took an L the last run. I was really certain, right? I was gonna beat it, but I did not. So I actually brought a friend that has a new Gundam, so you guys can just kind of take a quick glimpse that a new Gundam charging up that EX skill takes a minute. So we would not really rely too much on that actually. It's a really slow and sturdily increase. It's not, yeah, it's really slow. But that much up on my friend one is not that bad. I believe they are a good amount of, let's say, unit enhancement down to it. So even though it's only at what? Oh no, it's actually at Transcendent level 3. So that's not a bad spot to be in. But you gotta be like at what, Transcendent level 5 to be able to benefit like the additional damage buff. So I feel like if people are able to get down to the Transcendent level 4, you only need like what, 1,000 rainbow coins. So I feel like it's doable at that point in time. You just have to miss out on the free one because obviously if you cannot finish it during the banner run time, you gotta finish it on your own. So that's kind of like the cost benefit, how they're doing it, how they kind of incentivize people to go ham into the banner, because free transcendent skill is a big thing when you can fully potentially unleash your unit, then go on ahead and do, like, it's a fun process, alright, don't get me wrong, but being fun is gonna be expensive for sure. Besides that, let's kind of take a look at what we are able to get. So that's the maximum health pool, 13 million. That's usually, I think eventually for global, the like our typical raid boss are gonna get, that's gonna be the maximum HP pool that we have, because in JP they pretty much ramped up the amount of health pool the enemy has. So we have yet to see it obviously, but I think sooner or later we'll get that. So that's the reward I got. Obviously I was doing it 3 times, and I do have new Gundam and armor, so I am getting a 55% of the increase. I have my armor at the first potential leash, so that's why it's have an extra 5%. But the main takeaway is this. This is gonna be a very good module, is that eventually all the Caliber will have the same basic skill. This is eventually, once you pop EX skill, you pop it twice, you're able to stack damage 16%. So you can actually double this up. So on 2 equipment slot, you put in the same thing, you are able to quadruple this percentage, or whatever percentage you are able to roll. 20 is the max, so give or take 80%. Yeah, that's gonna be a big difference for sure. So it's gonna benefit a lot of those units that are able to pop EX skill instantly. For example, any I feel like any Transcendent level 5 units has that, except for New Gundam or some other units don't have it. But Zeta is definitely going to be able to benefit this really early into the game because the ability to just steamroll that EXP gauge. So I'm looking forward into Zeta getting one of those. Right now we have not gotten into the yellow element raid yet, which I mean eventually we will. But I'm definitely looking forward into that. The other one to pay attention to is this one. This module specifically is made for a longer term battle because it's up to 30 seconds. There are a lot of other content besides Arena Phantom Ace that requires extended amount of playing time. So these are going to be a very good one to be running. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Let's now take a look at the other team that I have built. The other team that I have built may not be I'm not too confident on that, but let's kind of take a look. Alright, so this is the other team that we will be using. So it's pretty much the same setup. We swap out a few things to make this you can call it like a beam pack team, because we do have this one, being able to have all enemy take 20% more or 26 more beam damage, so that's going to be pretty nice. The other one is going to be more too, pretty much doing the same thing, but this time around is 40%. So hopefully this is enough to kind of bring down, or not really bring down, but our ability to do more beam damage, because like I said again, Shamblo has a pretty high beam resistance to begin with. So maybe this will work, we'll definitely see. So let's hop in out and see how things goes. Alright, so we are in, so let's kind of get the setup going on. So that looks perfect, I guess. This the auto deployment, so 2 times speed again. So this time around I guess we can kind of shift our focus into Hama. I think Hama is definitely going to be taking it away in this one, because the main premise of this one is just, can I even focus on him? Excuse me, hello? It's not, there you go. Wait, what? It's not even going on him. I don't know why. Sometimes it does sound like the camera angle does not really want to focus on the unit itself. So let me see. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so this one we are hacking the beam. So we are trying to see if a Habakama can do good damage for this team. Obviously, I did bring in a maxed out T5 Zaku 2 just for the support because it's definitely needed. As far as the other one, are just kind of filler, especially with Victory. Victory is just kind of there to trying to do some damage for us. Jim is definitely trying to be the designated HP buffer because we need some healing from our prior match. We know that we will probably die if we don't have a healer. But by no means, I don't think we will be able to complete this in one rotation. But after I do hit the half HP for the enemy, we will definitely do the SOS so we can start getting people in here. But so far is probably not looking too good because we have a lot of units in here that are really leaking, unfortunately. Like March just gave up on us because taking a blue element unit into this fight is pretty tough because the enemy is green. So just a lot of your blue unit are just not gonna work. Like your let's say Hakishiki probably won't be too optimal, like the S Gundam's probably not going to be too good and stuff. So kind of unfortunate, right? But we got to do what we got to do, right? So at least like the main, I guess the damage dealing unit are not even out yet. So let's get like the Zaku 2, like the Hama, like they are, like for Hama it's not looking too hot, but at least we can kind of get the healing in. So we got that. Alright, so we made it to the halfway point, so now I feel safe to just hit the SOS to kind of see if we can complete this in this round, I hope. Like, no, I don't think so. Yeah, we took way too much there. So unfortunate, but we did pretty good. I think the beam hack in some form of way does help for sure. It's not going to be perfect, but I think to kind of deal with these bosses specifically, you got to find ways to be able to kind of take it down with ease, so it's not bad. Alright, so back at it for round 2 because I know we weren't gonna complete it. So this round with the remaining sliver of HP, I think we should be fine, definitely. And then after that, let's actually make it 3 times speed now because we saw what we need already, pretty much. Yep, we just trying to chip this away. Yep, I don't even remember what I mean. Like when I took it in JP, like I know this one was pretty tough. Or at least when I did it, I didn't do too much of like me hopping in. I pretty much did the one that I was pretty much joining other people's rooms, so I know we were able to get it done really quick. I don't think that's why I don't even remember having this mobile armor having a stun. I was like, what? This This one has a stun. That's crazy. So that's how I was like, oh, that's why. So, all right. So got stunned again, unfortunately. But I think with that much HP left, we should be fine. I'm not even stressing about it. So, all right. Gonna be done pretty soon. Oh, I think, yeah, it's actually taking longer than I expected now, but damage output wise is not bad. Like for Hama Hama, it's definitely doing what it needs to do with the buffing and stuff. So definitely love to see that. But all right, we are done. I think, right? Are we done? Not done yet? Hello? Okay, there you go. I was fun to say. All right, we are done. Let's go. All right. So now that we are done, we are going to be taking a look at the per usual what we are able to get. So it's gonna sing a little bit. Alright, there you go. Alright, so we were not able to manage the 2 effects on this one. We only got 1. That is unfortunate, but I mean, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys are able to farm good equipments on your runs, because the equipment are pretty important. But other than that, that's gonna be pretty much it for me, and I'll be catching you all on the next one.